What if the key to unlocking staggering wealth and dominating your market wasn't some obscure tech breakthrough, but a blueprint hidden in plain sight, broadcast by the largest financial power on earth? Forget the dorm room hustles for a second. Imagine the ultimate inside game, how the 10 trillion titan, BlackRock, plans to rewire the entire global economy. This isn't just about managing money, it's about architecting the future of prosperity itself. They saw a world drowning in anxiety, people terrified of outliving their savings, while trillions sat idle, disconnected from the very infrastructure projects and innovations screaming for capital. A colossal mismatch, a crisis brewing. But what Larry Fink, BlackRock strategist in chief, did wasn't just a pivot, it was a declaration of war on the old financial order. By the end of this podcast of Dynasty Designers, you won't just understand BlackRock's audacious playbook, you'll understand the core principles Fink is deploying to democratize wealth, weaponize private markets, and turn systematic risk into generational opportunities. Insights you can apply immediately whether you're scaling a unicorn, navigating PE deals, or building your own long term dynasty. This isn't your grandfather's investment strategy, it's a masterclass in identifying and exploiting seismic shifts. Fink's message isn't just a letter, it's a map to where the smart money must flow next. He starts with a stark reality, the prosperity wheel. Markets funding growth rewarding investors, is leaving too many behind. Widespread anxiety isn't just a headline, it's a market failure. So here's the first critical takeaway from his letter. Your biggest opportunities often lie where the system is visibly breaking. So Larry identified a great mismatch. Trillions desperately needed for vital infrastructure like data centers and green energy locked away in private markets. Inaccessible to most while retirement fears mount, he saw a sideline capital and urgent, unfunded needs. What's the gap? That's the battlefield where fortunes will be made. I'll say that again. That's the battlefield where fortunes will be made. So what's the strategy? It's not incremental tinkering. So this is the other big takeaway and lesson is go big on the essential, unsexy plumbing. BlackRock's acquisition of Global Infrastructure Partners, GIP, wasn't just adding assets. It was buying a direct pipeline to the estimated 6 to 8 trillion global infrastructure boom by 2040. Think of it like buying the railroad tracks and the rights of way before the transcontinental railroad reshaped America. For you, the insight is clear. Identifying the fundamental infrastructure, physical or digital, that enables the next wave of growth, and position yourself there decisively. While others chase fleeting trends, Larry bets on the bedrock. But how do you channel capital in areas historically shrouded in secrecy? Well, here's the next lesson. Lesson number 3, weaponize transparency. Private markets are notoriously murky, complex, illiquid. What's Larry's move? Acquiring Preqin, a data firm to shine a floodlight into these dark corners. The goal is audacious. Make private market data accessible as Zillow made housing prices or Bloomberg made stock data. Why? Because transparency attracts capital. It enables benchmarking, risk assessment, and eventually indexation. Here's the lesson. If you operate in an opaque market, becoming the source of clarity gives you immense power. You're not just a player, you become the market maker. And this leads directly to rewriting the rules of the game, which is lesson number 4. Don't just accept the old playbook, architect the new one. The classic 60-40 stock bond portfolio think signals its potential obsolescence, envisioning a future incorporating a hefty slice of private assets, perhaps 50, 30, 20, which is stocks, bonds, privates. Why? Diversification, inflation hedging, potentially superior returns needed to solve the retirement crisis. This isn't just a theory. BlackRock is actively building the bridges, aiming to integrate these assets even into mainstream's 401k. The actionable insight is, are you clinging to outdated models in your industry? Identify the limitations and have the audacity to propose and build the superior alternative. His push here echoes the direct-to-consumer model by bypassing old intermediaries to deliver enhanced value, but scaled to trillions. And how do you truly democratize access to these previously walled off assets? And here's the 5th lesson. Leverage radical technology to shatter old barriers. Think explicitly points to tokenization, turning real-world assets like infrastructure projects of private equity stakes into digital tokens tradable online. This isn't just fintech hype. It's a potential paradigm shift, enabling fractional ownership, near instant settlement, and drastically lower friction. Imagine buying a slice of a wind farm as easily as buying a stock. BlackRock isn't waiting. They've launched tokenized funds. The lesson? Constantly scan the technological horizon for tools that fundamentally alter accessibility and efficiency in your field. Be the disruptor, leveraging technology, not the incumbent disrupted by it. The irony? The firm built on institutional scale is now championing tools for radical decentralization of ownership. But grand visions need grounding, which is takeaway number 6. Pragmatism is the engine of progress. Fink doesn't just talk markets. He tackles policy friction head on. He calls out crippling slow permitting processes for vital energy projects, demanding energy pragmatism, acknowledging the limits of renewable today and the need for solutions like nuclear. He sees government inefficiency not just as a frustration, but as a direct impediment to capital deployment and economic growth. The insight for leaders: your strategy must account for the real-world friction points, including policy. Sometimes the most strategic move is advocating for the practical changes that unlock the entire system. And the last one, finally, underpinning this entire strategy is a profound understanding of a human need. The ultimate takeaway is number 7. Align your ambition with solving fundamental human anxieties. The retirement crisis isn't just data, it's deep-seated fear. By positioning BlackRock as central to solving this through better access, innovative products like LifePath Paycheck, and championing necessary reforms like Finker anchors the firm's mission in profound human value. The dynasty to building principle: the most enduring empires are built not just on profit, but on purpose. Find the core anxieties your market faces and build the indispensable solutions. So, I'm going to wrap it up. What we're witnessing isn't just asset management. It's strategic architecture on a global scale. Larry Fink and BlackRock are laying down a blueprint for the next era of capital markets, driven by identifying systematic mismatches, betting big on essential infrastructure, weaponizing transparency, rewriting investment rules, leveraging disruptive tech. demanding pragmatism and anchoring it all in solving deep human needs. They're they are using their immense scale not just to play the game, but to fundamentally change the rules. And by playing field itself, all under the powerful banner of democratization. The same forces that built empires are being retooled for potentially broader prosperity. If you understand the playbook, you don't just need capital, you need think doctrine. So this is Dynasty Designers. Go out there, build your empire, forge your legacy. Subscribe, share if you found value, and see you on the next podcast.